Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about this is how women think when you stop texting them. So, if you have been texting, especially a girl in particular, and let's say she already knows how you feel about her, she already knows that you like her, she already knows that you want to date her, sleep with her, be in a relationship with her, whatever it may be. But let's say she is not giving you the green lights, she is backing away from you, she's losing interest. Maybe she was a girl that you've already been with and she's dumped you. Maybe she was a girl that you were dating and she lost interest. Basically, the best thing that you can do is to stop texting her, right? So more than likely than that, you're already in that position where you have stopped messaging her, you've walked away from her, you're in no contact, and basically you're interested to know what she is thinking. So obviously I'm just going to be very general here because I'm not a mind reader, you're not a mind reader. There's no way to 100% know how a woman is going to think when you stop texting her. But this is what generally will happen to the majority of women, and what they will think and what will go through their mind. Especially if she's a woman that is extremely beautiful, because usually women who are very, very beautiful have been had lots of guys chasing after her and perhaps even been in love with her for years. So she's used to having a lot of attention from guys, and even when she says no to those guys, or has dumped them, or has lost interest in them, or has friend zoned them, she will expect them to hang around a bit. She'll expect them to fight for her. And because that has happened, this may have inflated her ego a little bit, somewhat. Some women may just generally not like that at all and be sick of it, but some women do actually like the attention, even from guys they're not really that interested in. They like to have these orbiters. They like to have guys lined up if something goes wrong with the guy that they currently do like. So when you are strong, then, and you've said to yourself, look, you know what? She's not showing any interest in me. She's not showing that she wants to be with me. I'm not going to continue texting her. I'm just going to walk away. I'm going to do no contact. I'm not going to contact her again because for whatever reason, she's not into it. So when a woman who likes attention, yeah, when that happens to her, it confuses her, okay? Because she's used to having guys continue to give her attention even when she's told them that she's not interested. So if you're dealing with a woman who has a lot of attention from guys, when you remove your attention and you're like, okay, fine, you don't want to be with me, that's cool, I'm going to go find a woman who does, and you don't fight for her, it's going to confuse her and maybe even deflate her ego a little bit, because she maybe thought that she was, sought after and desired and attracted. So what it's going to do is it's going to shatter her paradigm a little bit, okay? Now, that is obviously just with one circumstance, though. That's only with those women that do like the attention. Some women don't like the attention. Even some really beautiful women don't like the attention from other guys. But some of them obviously do. So if you're dealing with a woman who perhaps doesn't like the attention, she's probably going to feel relief. She's going to be like, oh, I'm really glad that he's moved on. I'm really glad that he's gone to go and find someone else because, I showed my disinterest. Maybe I friend zoned him. Maybe I, dumped him, whatever it may be. So when you walk away and you stop talking to her, with a woman like that, she is going to be relieved. She's going to feel relief, and she's going to be thankful that you've decided to move on with your life, and perhaps even happy for you that you've done that. So it all comes down to the woman and depends on her, you see. So only you can, if you know this woman quite well, you'll be able to probably tell which one she is. Is she the one that likes attention, or is she the one that doesn't like the attention? Okay, so it comes down to that sort of understanding those two kinds of women. and how they feel about the attention that they get from guys that they're not interested in. So obviously it's really difficult then to stop texting a woman that you really, really like. It's hard to get over a woman that you really, really like, because no doubt, in your head, you've fantasized about being with her, about sleeping with her, about having your future together, about having kids with her, about getting married. You've probably had fantasies about her, and if you've been having these fantasies for a long time, and you've been projecting basically how you feel and projecting how you want her to be, and you've sort of been living in your head, it's very difficult to get over those women. It's difficult to get over women that you've been with for a long time and they dump you. It's difficult to get over women that you've loved from afar and perhaps just been friends with for a long time, because it's all about how you've been sort of like thinking about her in your head and how you've been ruminating. And we've all experienced it. When you meet a woman that you really, really like and you're really, really attracted to, you can't help but fantasize. You can't help but get your emotions engaged. Yeah? So the trick is then, when you are dating women, you've got to try and rein yourself in. Now, of course, you're always going to have some sort of like fantasy period where you're fantasizing about her and your emotions are engaged. I'm not telling you to switch off your emotions, but you've got to not let your emotions override your logic, because that is when men tend to make mistakes. And the mistakes that they make is by over pursuing, showing way too much interest. And basically what you're doing here is you're showing that you're way more into her than she is into you. And what you really want to be doing when you're just solely just at the beginning stages, when you're just dating her and you're not exclusive and you're not in a relationship yet, you have to match her level of investment in you. And even when you get into a relationship, you still kind of need to do the same thing in order to maintain the attraction and the balance. Because if one person is way more invested in the other, that's usually when the other person becomes less attracted, which is a really annoying thing. But us human beings are just really annoying creatures, basically, right? It's like when you're around someone for a long time. Yeah, so let's say you get into a relationship, you're around this woman for a long time, you're going to start taking her for granted. She's going to start taking you for granted, merely because you are together all the time. And it's really easy to do. I find myself doing that. My wife finds herself doing that. And it's hard to maintain the romance and the mystery and the allure and the flirtation, because when you first get together, it's easy for those kinds of things to happen, because then it's all novelty, it's all new, it's brand new. But when you get used to someone and you're around them all the time, you tend to let things slide a bit. You tend to like not date each other as much. You don't you fall into bad habits essentially, and you're not communicating as well as you did. You're not as affectionate as you was at the beginning. So it's very easy to do. Okay, but if you're able to keep that up, then that's amazing, and you're going to have an amazing relationship if you manage to continue to date your girlfriend, if you manage to remember to keep on communicating with her effectively. Okay, and also when you start dating a new woman, if you can remain logical and match her energy, the level of investment that she's given to you, or even doing less than what she is, then she's going to be chasing you, she's going to be pursuing you, she's going to remain attracted to you. And it's all about just not letting your emotions override your logic, which is a very difficult thing to do. It's very tricky, it's a very fine line. But I promise you, you can do it. And I recommend that you go and check out my book, which you can read for free on my website, which is www.christineloveridge.com. Or you can get a copy yourself, which you can get on Amazon. You can get it like this in a paperback version, or you can get it on Kindle, which is significantly cheaper. But the cool thing about the physical copy is that it's a nice discreet spine, so when it's on your bookshelf, no one's going to know that you've got a dating book, so it kind of it's quite well hidden on your bookshelf. And that can really help. This book can really help with you attracting women, keeping women as well. So because I go into relationships as well, there's also sections in there about breakups and getting your ex back and things like that. So it's a good all-rounder, and it's only under 100 pages long, so it's not a very long read. You could probably read it in an afternoon, and it's something that you can go back to over and over and over again, just to keep yourself refreshed. Like, I would recommend reading this like at least like once or twice a year, okay, to keep you to keep the stuff in your head. Okay, so it's one of those things that you want to keep on going back to forever and ever and ever. And if you would like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com and select which coaching option is best for you at this current time. And I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.